Hello everyone, this video will hopefully teach you how you can convert between units of time, and it's hopefully going to show you how you can convert from bigger units of time on this side into smaller units of time over this side. So converting from hours into seconds, minutes into seconds, days into minutes, whatever. So we're going from this side to this side today. And you'll notice that we have to multiply up every time we move back this way, and that is purely because we know there's 24 hours in a day, there's 60 minutes in an hour, and there's 60 seconds in a minute, and that's why these numbers are here. So we go 24, 60, 60. Let's say, for example, we are just wanting to convert some amount of minutes into find out how many seconds that would be. So let's just say, for example, we know that we're working with 9 minutes. Okay, so 9 minutes. We don't even need to think about this side at all. We could actually cover this up if we really wanted to. And in fact, let's just do that so it's not confusing us or distracting us. Let's just cover that up. So we want to find out how many seconds are in 9 minutes. And what this little diagram's shown us is we can do 9 times 60, and that'll tell us how many seconds that is. So 9 times our 60 would be 540 seconds. Nice and easy, isn't it? Or you might have thought in your head, well, I know 9 times 6 is 54, add my 0 on to get to that answer. We could sort of build it up a little bit from there. So let's say we are just thinking about converting hours into seconds now. And let's say we wanted to know what 3 hours, for whatever reason, we want to know how many seconds are in 3 hours. So I want to get from the hours, and I want to get all the way to seconds, find out what that is. So the first thing I need to do is find out how many minutes are in 3 hours. And I can do that by just timesing it by 60 to find out the minutes. So let's do 3 times 60. That is 180. So I now know how many minutes are in 3 hours, but I want to know how many seconds are in 180 minutes now. So again, if I'm following the diagram, I just go down here and I'm going to multiply this number, 180, by 60 again. And that gives me the answer of 10,800. So there was a couple of steps involved, but we now know that there are 10,800 seconds in 3 hours. And that's how this will work today. So I've got some questions prepared on the other side of this whiteboard. Let's just have a look at them and see if we can solve them. Now you might want to pause the video at this point and give them a go on your own, or we can just watch it and work along with me if you'd prefer. So this one, we are now moving on to this section here. We're working on the days now. So we know we're working with 3 days, and we want to find out how many minutes are in 3 days. So we want to get to this point here. We're not thinking about seconds at all, so we don't need to worry about this extra 60 here. So we're going from days to minutes. So what it's saying here is I need to multiply that by 24 to find out the hours, because obviously 24 hours are in 1 day. So the first thing I'll do is my 3 times my 24, which gives me 72. You might have known that off the top of your head already. To find out how many minutes are in 72 hours, I just need to multiply 72 by 60 now, which would give me 4,320 mins. I'm going to just write the shortened version just to save a wee bit of time. That's us done number 1. Let's do number 2 now. Right, how many seconds are in 4 hours this time? So we want to get from this point to this point. So we're thinking about seconds but ignoring the days now, because we're not even thinking about days. So let's go for it. So 4 hours is where we're starting. I know that much. That's the only information I have, but I want to get to the seconds. So what my diagram's showing me is I need to multiply that by 60 to find out the minutes. So 4 times 60. Off the top of your head, you might have done 4 times 6 and added a 0 onto it, which would be 240. And then now what my diagram's showing me, to get it into seconds, I need to multiply this number by 60 to get into seconds. So times that by 60, and that gives me 14,406. Just shorten it down a wee bit there as well to save some time. And let's do the last one. Now you might want to challenge yourself with this one, so you might want to pause the video at this point and then give it a go. That's fine with me. But we are being asked how many seconds are in 1 year. Well, I don't have a part here that tells me about years, but I do have a section that tells me about days. And I know off the top of my head that there are 365 days in 1 year. So we're trying to work out how many seconds are in this many days. So we're going to have to do all the steps to get there. So we'll take our 365 and times that by 24 to find out how many hours are in this many days. So 365 times 24 equals 8 28,760, and you're probably getting an idea why you're allowed to use a calculator today, because some of these numbers are going to get quite big today. Then I'm going to do this number, which is still in my calculator. I'm going to times that by 60 to get it into minutes, which is 525,600. And then finally, to get into my seconds, I just need to multiply that number by 60 again, which will give me, here we go, 31,536,000. So that is how many seconds are in one whole year. I hope this makes sense, and I hope this has been helpful for you, but please do get in touch if you're still not entirely sure. I'll be more than happy to go over it with you in a wee bit more depth, or if you like, we could do it after our video call today. We could do some real life examples and we'll do them on paper there and then. So just let me know if you'd like to do that. Hope it helps, and good luck.